Orange Cassidy, everyone! The most chilled, laid-back wrestler of all time, at least until Dude Love came around, and then we'll Mick Foley, if you're listening, go call AEW saying, I want to do a thing with Dude Love, or at least an analog of Dude Love, and hang out with OC. We'll see how that goes. OC and PAC, their relationship is one of intrigue and violence. PAC being his bastard self. You just love PAC. PAC is so awesome. And Orange Cassidy is awesome. PAC is serious, snarling and scowling whenever he gets the chance. And Orange Cassidy's like, and whatnot. And they have had an incredible match when they first collided at Revolution all those years ago. They almost had a great match. Then OC got concussed, and they had to switch up the ending a little bit just to make sure they get the triple threat. So, you win some, you lose some. But I figured, well, third time's gonna be the charm. OC will get his revenge. He'll finally become champion after 8 attempts. Yeah, he's tried to be champion 8 times and has failed miserably those 8 times. And we're not just talking about AEW, we're also talking about his other title contention, like the IWGP US Championship, where OC even admitted to Rocky Romero in an interview, in a talk that Rocky Romero revealed in an interview, saying, OC was not confident in himself that night. And I was thinking to myself, how the fuck is he? You mean to tell me what we saw at Forbidden Door was OC doubting himself? What would it have been if he was 100% confident that night? It would be a mystery no one will ever know, probably. I mean, like, they'll probably do another match down the road, but I'll give it like a year or two because they tend to take a long time with rematches. Heck, the last time these two fought, I think, in a singles match was last year. So, the Busted PAC took on Orange Cassidy, bro. And he was from wherever to whenever. And oh god, OC was like, no, I'm gonna be serious about this time. I want my revenge. Yes, nothing motivates someone but revenge. Revenge, the most worthless of causes. And PAC is, well, both Trios champ and All Atlantic champ. Still don't understand why he's called that when you have Japanese wrestlers competing for it when they're in the Pacific. But yeah, I'm not a scientist on this front. I'm not a geographical person. Well, I probably know more about that than the TBS executives who thought, hey, we need a new title. Okay, how about the All Atlantic title? Okay. Wait, but you're proposing that New Japan wrestlers go and do that. They're in the Pacific. In fact, isn't Mexico technically on the Pacific side of the ocean? Wait, why not just call it the Intercontinental Championship? Or how about the International Championship? Shut up. Anyway, so yeah, the Busted had been on a roll as All Atlantic champion, mostly defending it in other promotions because, you know, he goes back to England every time. He goes back to jolly old England, mostly to make people cry and bleed crumpets. And oh, PAC, he's been a good All-Atlantic champion. Still saying they should have won with International Intercontinental Champion because that sounds much better and makes more sense than having an all-Atlantic belt be defended with wrestlers from the Pacific, and it's inevitable it's probably going to be wrestled in the Pacific if they do Forbidden Door in Japan. Or they go ahead and Wrestle Kingdom it. But, yeah, Orange Cassidy has been wanting to get his hands on PAC and finally walk out of this company on some form. Finally having a title around his waist, over his shoulder. This was the opportunity. And with PAC stretched thin, this was the perfect hand. So, naturally, OC fought him, and because people are so used to the whole tombstone pile driver as a finisher, not a signature move, OC got pile drived on the stage ramp, which was surprisingly long. I think they were trying to, I'm pretty sure even Undertaker would be like, okay, look, I know I'm the Undertaker and my interests are known to take 5 or 6 minutes, but can we not make one that makes me go down there for 20 minutes? You might as well have just done the match already and make me teleport in there. That's a good idea, Tiger. We won't listen. So, yeah. Orange Cassidy got Tombstone pile drived during the picture-in-picture, while I envy all the people in jolly old England and the rest of the international community that gets to watch this via AEW Plus, which means they can get free subscription policies out of it. Lucky. And get the uncut footage. And PAC. I like how OC sold it though, struggling to get up because getting landed on your head kind of makes your systems go haywire. So luckily he sold it as opposed to Young Bucks doing it and how they handled it. I missed them, but given everything that's going on, I don't know when they'll be back. But yeah, there is another thing that was okay, that's kind of freaking awesome, and also made me concerned for a little bit. When Orange Cassidy kept landing at DDTs on PAC on the crown of his head, and I was thinking, oh, I'm amazed he's not bleeding. Oh wait, his ear is deeply cut. He's bleeding profusely out of his ear. Okay, now we got the necessary blood demand. That's not Jon Moxley. Okay. But the way PAC sold the DDT, he was like he was about to have a meltdown of insanity, just twitching and thriving in agony, a part of me thought is PAC legit hurt? I mean, besides the ear cut, is PAC actually hurt? Is he hurt? And they did it again. And again, and I was thinking, okay, PAC, I'm pretty certain something's wrong here. Either you're that damn good at selling, or I'm freaked out right now. I'll probably go with option 2 afterwards. And PAC naturally tries to go for his the ring hammer and prepares to strike down the traitor. Also, the referee naturally Bryce has been taking his job more seriously now since Tony Khan's been saying we're going to tighten the rules, we're going to extinguish the corruption from the ring. And then we see PAC trying to get the hammer. First he tried to get the title and Bryce stopped it. Then he tried to get the hammer, and then we got the return of Dan Hansen. Very nice, very evil. And he vowed his curse upon thee. And PAC responded by punching him in the face. So, naturally, PAC's probably thinking, oh god, I'm getting Enzo flashbacks now. Except this is actually a serious match and I'm not getting kicked in the groin over it. And he gets the hammer, and then Bryce Armstrong's like, give me that. Okay. But fuck you, I got another one. He grabs another hammer, like I was surprised. I'm a little amazed he did just go ahead and see like he hands the hammer back to Bryce Armstrong, looking apologetic, and then he says, "Thank you. I'm going to," and gets the other hammer, and then Orange Cassidy decks him in the face, and yeah, Orange gets the hammer. He screams, and he's like, "Do it, yes. Now let the hate flow through you." But he hands the hammer over, and PAC gets the roll up, and we almost think that's gonna cost him, especially since the time limit's almost up for the airing. I don't know, for the aftermath. And Orange lands, and then Orange lands the Orange Punch, and yeah, the crowd goes wild. Orange does another punch. We get the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Orange effing Cassidy is the new AEW All-Atlantic Champion from wherever, of whenever, weighing whatever, Orange Cassidy. So, yeah. Orange Cassidy is champion finally in the wrestling industry. He's finally making it, boys. We're so proud of him. And I'm pretty sure little OJ kids, Orange Cassidy kids, are crying their eyes out seeing their hero become the champion and defeating the Bastard. I'm sure they did. And I'm pretty sure Orange Cassidy's going to be like, OCs. With me, my OC juniors. And they're all going to celebrate. But the best friends wanted to kite first, including Dan Hansen joining them, since Dan Hansen's more like the, I'll hang out with the best friends, but my best friend's hook. I've been wondering if they're ever going to follow up on their partnership. Anyways. But there is something else I want to point out, and I get why they didn't show this on TV. Because then there would have been expectations that she was back. You know, she hasn't recovered yet, last we heard. But Chris Statlander came back to celebrate with the best friends in OC. Oh, don't you just wish you could have seen that moment? But I get why. She's still hurt, she's still recovering, so they couldn't really want to risk the expectation stuff. And that would have been bad, especially since Jade Cargill is currently feuding with Nyla Rose, and Nyla Rose has proclaimed herself the new champion, and I'm pretty sure that's not ending well. But it's gonna be a fun time. So OC is now the new All-Atlantic Champion, still saying we should have called it Intercontinental or International Championship. We'll see how his run goes, but PAC is still the trios champ, 1/3 of the trios champ of Death Triangle. So we'll see how that run goes until the Elite come back eventually, hopefully. Probably before the end of the year, hopefully. We'll have to see. And I'm looking forward to see what OC brings as champ with his glorious personality. And we'll see how everyone who hates his character go ahead and say, this is the death of pro wrestling. And wax philosophical about why this is the worst thing to ever happen to wrestling since WCW's closed. Because that's the common thing people would love to say. Anyways, so Orange Cassidy's over, but yeah. We'll have to see you again next time. Anyways, this is Neo Reality Entertainment, the WrestleVerse, presented by your host Eric Brown. Check out my other content in the description below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, check out my other content, and I'll see you all again next time. Peace and take care, and also stay freshly squeezed.